Welcome back to track building. I just wanted to hop on real quick. I just wanted to run. I just got back and I had a few ideas. First things first. Can we put S's here? Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be good. And that also might help. Us rebalance this. Another thing though is like, I mean, the other thing is like, okay, another thing first off, I guess, is like, the for the not blindfold but curtain. Don't use water inside the curtain. Or else someone might get stuck up in there. Can use glass or lapis block or something. And can still use water as decor around the curtain. Cool. That's, I mean, another thing, that wasn't the main thing I wanted to do though. What I was thinking was like, what if we basically did like this. And then, because like if you don't do that, something that some people can do is like do this, and like this isn't like super like helpful, I'd say, but like you still do it, right? So you know, like doing this would allow it to be like, I mean, you're also gonna want to extend the curtain down one, right? Like that, right? Something like that, right? Now you can do like this or whatever. Oh, hi. Wait, oh, there's like the water's already like pretty high up. Okay, cool. That's good. something like that. You don't need to do this actually. Or yeah, yeah, whatever. And then this allows you to not let them see underneath. Right. Yeah, something like that. It's right. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to point out for now. I also was thinking about the entrance into this being different, more like Cyberworld 2, where it's like a 45-degree angle, and then like you can split like a Y. Like you can do this, right? This is fine, this works. But there's also another option to come from like an angle, and then you can give them a wall tap, right? And that would be okay. I prefer not to do a wall tap, because then, you know, if like you fall right behind someone and do the wall tap, and like you're like right on their line, if they get bumped and you get bumped, it's piled up, right? So I'd rather avoid a wall tap like that, but like it's, you know, something that can be done. Yeah. Oh, let me, okay. Yeah. So I mean, that's what I wanted to like comment on for now. There's some ideas I have about running. Yeah. I don't know what I want to do right now, because like I have some things I need to do for like I might need to like announce like some test events and stuff, but I don't know. I'll just pause the recording. Yeah, okay. We'll see what I do. Okay, we are back. We'll say 12:25 p.m. Okay. Last time on Dragon Ball Z. Wait, this is the start of the video. Anyways, yeah, sorry, it's been like 30 minutes. Yeah, so now the game plan is to work on the layout, connecting like here to here. Yeah. So the chunks would not be stupid. And yeah, like it's, I don't know what to do, cause like I don't have that much room. I could just like say like fuck it, we ball, and just like go over here. That could be an option actually. It's not a terrible option. I do want to get an idea for the lap time. I guess I can drive. I'll just drive. We'll start from here. Okay, let me see. I don't think I have a goal lap time. Wait, hold on, I have it. Okay. Yeah, I don't think I have a goal lap time. Let me plug in my phone. I mean, I don't want it to be like super long, honestly. Although I guess longer lap time does mean we get to put more stuff in it. So I don't know. It also likely means more bump control and more decoration shit I have to do. So. Alright. Okay, thank you. And then like that was 38 seconds. Okay, 46 to here. Okay. Let me go grab my food, be right back. Alright, maybe probably 45, so like 45.8 or something. I didn't do that super well, so like, we'll say like about 44 to 45 seconds. Cool. Alright, now then, so we don't have to like stop right here. We can keep like make the next breaking point like right here instead. That's also fine. It doesn't have to be right there. I think I'm gonna just put it there kind of arbitrarily. So we have an idea of what we want to do right here. I think it would be cool to do like a cyborg, like a 45-degree thing here, and then they have to like try to not fly super wide except for this corner. I think that could be pretty cool. I think that would help with difficulty. The problem with that is that like there's not much space. Like for this to be like effective, we'd probably want like a good amount of entry speed, right? We could literally just go like this. Like chicane in here somewhere. That could be interesting. We should try it first, I think. And if it works out really well, then we go with that. Or like, I mean, like, we should try like having a bunch of entry speed at this like angle or something, and then see how it feels. First. I mean, actually, I'm wondering if we actually need to adjust the cyberworld, like because like Mementos and like Cyberworld 2 have massive, extremely massive long straights, and that's how I got it to be like, cause that's good, so that like the longer the back straight is, the more time you can use your extra entry speed from the fast route to make the slower route that much slower, right? So basically like the more space you have back here, like the longer the straight back here, the more you can make this route slower. But that also means you can get, like, instead of like so let's say that like I extend this straight away so that this route was half a second slower now. Like it goes from like 0.3 slower than this route to like 0.8. I can instead reallocate that so that instead of it being 0.8 slower, it can go back to being 0.3 slower, but you reach here half a second earlier, right? That's what's good about like extending this back straight, is that you don't have to just make this slower. You can like make it reach here sooner, but still have that same punish, like same like time loss for taking it, right? That same thing with like increasing entry speed here. The more entry speed you have into here compared to like the exit speed from here, the more you can use your your speed from fast route to outpace them, like to outpace the blockers on the slow route, right? So like the longer this is and the longer this is, the better. These are pretty freaking short. So like I don't know, like I designed this like years ago. I trust myself to a degree that it works, but I mean not 100% confident, right? So like so like I might need to extend the straightaway, but then that affects the skip. See, this is like something I should have established earlier. If absolutely need be, we could use custom button tilt settings, like the one that's used on like the Papatunde coast, to like nerf or to like decrease the acceleration you get from blocking route here. Basically, we could do that, right? I don't want to. I really don't want to, but like it is an option. We also could like just chain like there's some space here. Like we can move this around, I guess. I just don't want to increase entry speed. Man, because if more speed into here changes how fast this is compared to this or whatever, then that fucks up everything, right? Like we just spent so long having that. It's over. I quit. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I guess I can. Maybe. I was gonna say I could like make this like packed ice or something, so that like blocking route gets worse acceleration, and like that also slows down like faster out. So that if you had more entry speed into here, it would actually like get removed a bit to the packed ice. So you could like balance it so that you get the same speed by the time you reach here as like before I made these changes. That might be an option, I guess. Damn. I don't know. What is reach speed here? If you compare it to Cyber 2, for example. 54. Okay. I'm gonna like Cyber 2. It's gonna be like 66 or something. Yeah. It's gotta be, man. $63 Cyber 2. We can do yellow, I guess. $60. I'm gonna touch that. Okay. So I'll just like send it to myself in like Discord so I keep it around. That's not too bad, actually. Like, honestly, it's not too bad. We also could maybe do some stuff with elevation. No, not really. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I did want to try. I did want to try this. Because that might be cool. Alright. It's been a while. No, I really just balanced this fucking cyberball gimmick, bro. So... I guess if I... Right, okay. Just could put like paradise here or something, right? I'm gonna make it back and all this. Oh. Oh, I didn't toss one over here. Oh boy. Oh, there. Oh, that's fun, isn't it? Oh, there. Okay. I don't know the numbers for Cyberbolt to Cyber Gimmick. I do know the numbers for Mentos, though. Although that's not the same, because... Like... You also could, yeah, we could just do like I could use Bogey Tills to like drop them down. Because then you can like limit their entry speed, which might help a bit. Like, if by the time they get here... I'm going like 15 or something like that. But if I like just start at 0, right? Or whatever, right? I can basically drop them like here, right? Like that, and then I just drop, right? Now TA is like, I mean, like, depending on how you do it, like you do like a Finko machine, or like this like designated entry spots, then like the TAs you call out where they're like dropping from, and that might, I mean, but the thing is, you can always like drop at one spot and then like swerve. That's something you can do, right? Okay. You also could do something like... that, right? Or whatever. I wouldn't want to do exactly like that because this seems not very good. But like, you know, something like that, like something go up or something, or go somewhere else. And like, as long as like you like, you know, connect like here to here, then you're good, right? And I can extend that time and give us more space, like more ability to do stuff. Yeah. Decoration wise, it could be cool to like go over here because then you could like have like this like being partially destroyed and like, you know, Fire Nation ships coming in. That could be cool. And they can interact with that. That could be neat, decoration wise. I guess I'll keep that in mind. We also can have them drop and go under the bridge. That's something we could do. I'd not be super fond of doing that, but like it's an option. That can also help increase entry speed. Yeah, I mean, this turn is like noteworthy, right? Because it's not super easy. I think. I've seen people mess up on here and like, I don't know. I do be blocks up though, so yeah. Yeah. Probably want some bump control there. I mean, I don't even know if we need it. Like, I mean, maybe. Because, like, you can step up on people, right? So you can step up on their boat, they mow. But it depends on, like, where your position. You might have to, like, step up over their head, and that might not be enough. Like, yeah. You also could use elevation. You don't have to, like, be limited to, like, a terrain. You could, like, go up or go down. That's also something we can do. Boat tails, yeah! I wouldn't do it just for the sake of doing it. Like, I'm not trying to, like, make it, like, an SC1 map where, like, you know, like, you're making cool terrain and sapping ice on it. That's cool and all, but, like, that's not what, like, you know, that needs to just... No, like, you could do that, I guess, but, like, I'm mostly just trying to use, boat tails as a tool to create, like, certain interactions and shit. And, yeah. Like, boat control, like, etc. I mean, like, the bump control usage was... Oh, I can start eating, huh? Of course, it was intended to allow for decoration. Because, like, again, this was supposed to be Star World 3. Like, when I started making it, it was like, oh my god, what if you get Star World 2, like, pawn skip? But, like, it didn't have, like, command blocks. That was the whole idea. But then Crafty's, what's his involvement in, well, this originally OS3, and then became All-Stars or whatever, like, you know, when he was like, I don't want to do another Cyberworld. So then I was like, okay, and then he suggested, like, a few things, and one of them was the Avatar, and I went to do this, and I was like, okay, I kind of have to do Boat Tails, or else, like, the decoration, because, like, bro, like, there's, like, tiers and shit, and, like, yeah, so. So that's how it started, but I do want to use it, like, more just for specific, like, you know, for, like, you know, count, like, this wouldn't work without Boat Tails, right? And so, I also had the thought of using Stab Step Up, but then I was like, wait a second, if you use Stab Step Up, because, like, the whole point of Stab Step Up would be, like, you can still use innovation, but you can have, like, basically vanilla boat physics, where, like, you can just run into someone and, like, you can bump into them, you like, step up on them. But I was like, oh wait, this is a thing, and, like, that's a thing, and also, like, they're kind of, like, a bad thing about it is, like, if you make the slope too high, like too fast, you're gonna like get stopped, especially with the speed. But then like if you have only like if you only step up half the blocks, then you basically have to like half the slope. So then this like whole hill would have to like go way further, or like and that has to do weird things. I was like, oh, that's not very good. The rest of the track, it's okay. Like I could do it, right? But like, yeah, no, this like it's whatever at this point. Also, I don't know how that would affect air stepping here. Although I guess we wouldn't need to use it. Yeah, like we could do slab step up, but like at this point, I think we're too far in, or I'm too far in. I don't really want to do it. Anyway, okay, so. Okay, brainstorming rest of layout. I do want to just give this a shot, like this thing. Because I mean, if it feels really good, and like, it seems really good and difficult, and I might, just do it. Okay. Let's just copy paste the end of mid you make in here. And mirror it. Make it. Oh no, like part of the end of mid you make is that like it's blind in some corners. I was gonna say let's make some corners not blind so it doesn't feel like mid you make end. But I mean, first off, people still absolutely catch on. Second off, like the blindness helps with the difficulty. So. Let's just yoink this. Let's just yoink this. Yeah, let's just yoink this. Although those are stepping, so that'd be cooked. Well, I also don't want to deal with all the reset regions that would require. And there's also of course, there's also no space to do this, so. Hold on. I'm just gonna try it. If you don't like it, we can just put the houses back. And yes, I know about this freaking wolf after we kill it. I'm just gonna assume it's not there. And then, like, yeah. Okay, well, let me just... yeah, whatever. What the heck is this? Okay. Brother. Okay, that makes sense. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. I need to fix that angle, bro. No, that is whatever, man. That is quite, like, whatever, man. I'll just, like...
You have to reset here for a second.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to commit to requiring so much entry speed. You also can just adjust. Like, we could adjust this. Bro, that is so whatever, man. That's just not even, like, okay, yeah, no, we really don't care, like, whatever, man. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, no, like... we could adjust this so that, like, you know, it makes it harder or something, but, like... Whatever, man. Do we even want to keep this? Like... Honestly, how difficult is this? Like, you know, you can have the whole talk about track identity or whatever, but like, dude, this track identity is like already like kind of crap, like fucking, like, not crap, sorry, not crap. It's kind of like already like cooked, like, bro. Well, I'm just terrible. I also haven't warmed up, sorry. Like, it's whatever, it's really not that difficult. You might want to adjust it, honestly, then. No, that'll also give us room to extend it straight away. Honestly, yeah, I'm kinda down. Like, we're changing, like, basically everything now. I mean, like, to be fair, we still have shortcut. We still have sidewall gimmick, right? We still have this back straight. Oh my god. Until I make it back to ice, and then, like, 10 blocks wider, and then, like, an S, and then... You know what this track needs? More chicanes. I know, like, I remember, like, 2-8, like, saying that about, like, 2-8G. You're like, you know what we should add? More chicanes. Like, I mean, because, like, I know he's saying it just because, like, you know, how do we make the track harder? Gee, I wonder. It's obviously, like, more chicanes, right? So, like, yeah. I mean, like, you can probably make it more difficult in other ways, but, like, I think that's the most straightforward, basic way to make track more difficult. Because chicanes are kind of difficult, right? They really touch your position a lot more, by nature. You can also make the rim really thin, I guess, to do that, like, to attach position, or, you know, also... You could toy with wall priority polarity, like swap between negative and positive, like as I go along like the 45-degree angle. Like that's what like our prototype 2 does. I guess I can pull up the clip. Like you have to like swap like to negative here, and you have to swap back to negative here. Like it's like you have so much entry speed that you don't have much room to do it. And like this is basically just like testing precision based on like your wall priority direction precision, right? And then you have to like do it here, yeah. Like you have to like drive, and then like, you have to be like negative here, and then like swap to positive like right here. Then you get like a wall tap, and then yeah. Let me see if I can pull up the clip. Hold on. Found it. Like that's crazy, right? Like oh my god. And yeah, this is just stack split. So basically it's like a mirror split, but instead of like it being mirrored, it's just stacked. And then you make this like the entry and exits are like the same. Like negligibly different. So you have like, I tried my best. I don't think I did it well enough, but like I tried my best to like how you align it so like you're like right down the middle and like your boat is facing the same exact way. In practice, with how I've done it, doesn't actually work out. Like I mean, it's mostly the same, but like with how precise this is, like mostly the same is not good enough. What I found, so it's kind of cooked. Which I mean, it's fun. Like I didn't really have like any like, you know, like I don't believe in split routes that much. Like the whole idea of like, oh yeah, you fall like you go one way and they go the other way. They mess up on their route. You don't have to like get bumped by them whereas they mess up, right? Shit, that can be fixed by bump control, like bruh. Or you know, I mean, but then like you know the whole argument of like, okay, well, crafty CGP, like you know, or Adam CGP, like someone just goes slow. They don't even have to like miss there intentionally. Like they just go slow because they're just worse and you have nowhere to go, right? So if you have a stat, like if you have a split route, you can just avoid them, right? I guess, I don't know. Like, I didn't really, like, I wasn't, like, super into it when I made this. I was like, this is, like, it would be kind of cool. Like, I don't know, like, yeah. You haven't seen a stash yet. I mean, like, we hadn't until, like, some people started making them. Like, somewhat recently. I heard that's 2-8 dead. One of his tracks. Yeah. Oh. But yeah, I mean, like this specifically, like you don't have the space for it. Although honestly, we could just throw it in. We could, you know what? We could just fucking throw it in. All right, there's a. Right, there's our stepping. Frick. Maybe we could try to do something about it. But like, like this requires so much space. Like, yeah, no. They really just don't have that space, and then like make the lap time so much longer, and like Cause you have space for them, like, I mean, I might not have done this right, like, super well, but like, these have to be like pretty, like, you need space and time for like people to like ready up and like, you know, ease out, like ease into it and like get ready for this corner or like get ready for it, right? So like you need space so they have time, or you need time, and so we have to extend our lap time to do that, and like generally like to give them more time, they need more space. At least like for this, with how much entry speed like required, like yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, honestly, I'm cool with just like nuking this and just doing something else here. Hmm. Could do this as a bump controller out. That could be neat. And, like, I was thinking like having them jump down from up here. But yeah, again, if that affects the fucking bouncing on this, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, man. Yeah, man, I didn't think about this. This would have been really good to think about beforehand. God damn it. If you had to change your track, what would you change? Everything. Like, because this track is supposed to just be like, okay, I'm gonna like make changes to normal WAD drive to like make it better, but I ended up changing like most everything. So, like, that's cool, I guess. I don't know. I'm sure this recording has been just so insightful and so helpful. I'm sure of it. Right. How are my noodles still hot? I don't understand. I'll also probably sell this guy. Somewhere else. Hmm. Hmm.
Call to violence is on.
Hmm. Dude. The difficulty from here comes with how you manage your speed. Like when you start braking and like how much you start braking and the direction you start braking, like direction you brake in. That's where the difficulty comes in. Because that's like, you can be pretty precise on that. Hmm. Alright.
You want to cook?
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll milk it.
Hmm. Now, you could just brake here and like make a split route where one goes to the blocking route and the other one goes to the main route, right? But I don't know how good it is to do that, because if the blocking route's only going to be like 0.3 and 0.7 slower, then if you, I mean, I don't know. I was thinking like, or what came to mind was like if it was only 0.2 to 0.7 slower compared to the normal route, but someone just like drove normal route slow enough, it might just be faster, right? And like the longer and harder you make the fast route, the higher likelihood that it is to drive it slowly, right? So I brought up the question though of why don't you split right here, because like I'd probably want to increase sensor speed, probably. I mean, like, I might not need to, like, really might not need to. I should maybe just like check the numbers on what I got to get an idea. Cause yeah, then I can see how much I might need to extend this straight away or whatever, or adjust, or adjust where this intersection occurs, right? Cause I can like move this intersection like sooner, or I can move it later if needed, right? It would be a pretty big change in decoration. Like I have to like do a lot of decoration adjustments. I'd rather not, right? But I think more. Any other ones? Nope. Alright. That is not enough. That is not enough. Yeah. Right now, Memento's at like 2.5 for this value. Like, brother. Oh no. That's not good. Yeah. That sucks. So, what do we do? Honestly, I don't even know if I want the cyborg gimmick. Like, it's not needed, right? I was like, oh yeah, it'd be cool to have it in case we don't want, or in case this isn't working for some reason. But like, my guy, how in the world this is not gonna work? Like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I think it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Or, dude, fuck it, just give him a boat tap instead. Like, that's fine. Like, it's totally fine. You don't have to have a cyborg gimmick. We're killing the track identity. Like, I mean, the thing is, the cyborg gimmick goes from here, and now the cyborg gimmick is over here now. Like this is the cyborg gimmick now. Like, that's what we're doing, right? Like, that's, yeah. Because, like, I said it, like, dude, you need to generate so much difference in speed to make it, like, balanced, right? Well, wait, actually, hold on. Wait, how much do we have to spare? Oh my god. Wait, hold on. Minus the hour. So I guess we can say like we'll say like 0.3 or something. Equals that minus that minus that. Okay. So if we make the slow route 0.3 slower than fast route instead of 0.8. Like, oh my god. Let me just save half seconds, and this goes up to 2. Like, that's more doable, I think. Now, the downsides to 0.3 are if they just go blocking route every time, you can't do shit. Like, that's not enough to get in tandem with them. I think it was 0.7 because I was scared of that. So, this should be, in theory, maybe probably enough to, if P1 goes blocking route and P2 goes for fast route, and they both drive it normally, right? P2 should probably be able to get in tandem with P1. Like, that's why it was like trying to be like 0.8 and like minus 0.8. But that was, I think that was the idea. Thing is, I don't think people. There's two problems with this. First off, I don't even know if people realize that. We've had so many races on the Solar World 2, on this Lunar Water Tribe, on Mementos, like trashing several gimmicks, and I have not seen people abuse this. Now, granted, it might not be balanced in that way, but I don't know, I don't even see people consider it. So what I did do is Mementos Yellow is 0.3 for blocking route. You only use 0.3. So in theory, Mementos is really susceptible because it doesn't have any other overtaking mechanics. It's literally just cyber gimmick. So if that doesn't work, then the whole track, the track's cooked. It has no overtaking mechanics, right? So if someone just one block route a bunch, right, they can do that. But I mean, I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what happens. Because the Summit Mementos Yellow race is this weekend. So I guess we'll see. And if no one abuses it, you should go with this. Is this enough? I don't know. But yeah, so. So, the Mementos Yellow seemed like you had to be really close. Or closer than I thought. For it to work. There's another thing. Right, the other thing is, okay, if you make this 0.3 slower, I'm sorry, the first problem was, like I said, someone can just, so the problem is, someone can just keep going block route, and never get overtaken from the cyber gimmick. Two issues with that. First off, like I explained, no one's doing it. Second thing, on this track specifically, even if they did, there's another freaking, overtaking mechanics area here. Oh no, you dodged the overtake on the cyber gimmick. Now you have, another cyber gimmick and boat taps, and, we're... No matter what, there's something P2 can do to try to overtake here. So... in that case, it might not be worth it, right? So... I think... those two reasons, especially point number 2... are good enough to validate me, making this adjustment. Making it minus 0.3 instead of minus 0.8, right? And that should be fine. But, is it enough to do 2-second time difference instead of 2.5? Because again, Mementos Yellow should be 2.5, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, 2.5. Now, granted, you are dropping down, so the boat does take time to like interpolate slowly to ground level. So you can actually drive under people as they're landing, right? So maybe it's not 1-to-1, right? You can argue that there's also like something weird going on here. So I mean, like, I don't know, the ghost should probably, like, it should still be in the way, right? The fastest way through here is probably to swing wide. Like this, right? And then your ghost is just gonna be like slowly interpolating like over to here. Which, yeah. Like I said, you could just snap a boat tap down and like instead of starboard gimmick, and it would be so much easier because then we don't have to bounce the starboard gimmick, and we can be a lot more open on the layout. Right? There's so many advantages to doing that, but it's also like the identity of the track is this track is the force decoration, boat utils, skip, starboard gimmick. That's like the main things I think, right? As the identity. We're maintaining the skip. We're modifying it a little bit, but there is still a skip there, right? I say modifying because it's still a skip. And you know, the numbers for the skip have changed over time. It used to be like, say 3 seconds or something, but then it became like 0.7, and then like, it's changed, right? And the difficulty has changed, right? So like, this is now 0.5. Like, what you're doing with the skip is also changed a little bit, but fundamentally it's still a skip, right? I'm giving you boat taps to like help improve the skip, right? So that, you know, it's just to act as counterplay. Which I think is like something adding on to the skip. It's not changing the skip fundamentally. Okay. Well, like, okay, this is fundamentally pretty different. Like, I mean, no, I mean, like, I don't know. You still take it. It's hard, and then if you mess up, you need time. I don't know. It's still a skip, but you know, it also functions as a starboard gimmick, and also has like counterplay in the form of boat taps. So, I don't know. I don't hear people talking about track identity a lot. Also, it's not like it has to be Northern Water Tribe the second, right? Like, Cyber World 2 was basically what I'm doing right now for the Northern Water Tribe. It is like, I want to make some changes and keep the fundamental parts of the track. So, Cyber World gimmick, right? I want to improve the Cyber World gimmick, and I did. But I also want to keep some of the identity of the track, right? So, like, fast route for Cyber World 2 is the same as fast route for Cyber World 1, but, you know, it's higher up, like, it's upscaled, right? And there's still that same, like, round corner at the end of the long straight, like, after the Cyber World gimmick, right? So, like, those elements are kept, right? But most of the track was changed, like, the width, like, lap time, I think, maybe a little bit, tempo, of course, pit entry, race start, even. So, I mean, like, but, like, the identity of the track was, like, has the side rolled edges, right? And has the side rolled gimmick. Those are the main things, right? That set the track apart from every other track. Now, those were its identity, I think. Like, the main things. Of course, also the decorations, obviously, but, like, yeah. This doesn't have to be the Cyber World 2 and Cyber World 1. Like, this doesn't have to be, like, Cyber World 2 to Cyber World 1, but, like, Northern Water Track 2 to Northern Water Track 1. I could just, then they change it. It could just be a different track, but, like, the same decoration, and we call it Northern Water Track, like, attacking Northern Water Track or whatever. I'll think I'm gonna go brush teeth and stuff. I'll be right back. Sorry, I didn't mean brush teeth. I meant floss and put my rubber bands back in this. I'm wearing rubber bands for braces. It's terrible. I hate it. No, it's not terrible. It's just annoying. I have to put it back in every single time I eat, and like I can't just like snack. If I want to eat something, I have to take them off, and then I just have to put them back on. I certainly need a mirror to do that, and then I just have to go to the restroom every single time I want to eat. So if I want a snack, I can't really snack. If I want a snack, I have to put the rubber bands back. It's kind of annoying. So I certainly don't snack, but like I don't know. It's something to me from doing it. Anyways, while I was like in the restroom, I was thinking like, do we want to make an upgrade on the water tribe, or do we want to make a good track, right? Like, you can make the upgrade on the water tribe a good track, but you can make it like there might be a time where you're facing a trade-off where it's like you can make the track better, but you like sacrifice some of the identity, right? And in this case, like there's probably things we could do if we sacrifice the Starboard gimmick. That can make the track better than like if we had to like keep it, right? And it just comes down to like what the goal of the track is. Unfortunately, I didn't decide the goal of the track. Like initially, it was just like there's some things I want to fix about the Water Tribe. Let me fix them. That being, first off, the difficulty of the track. Like this first section is really easy. Overall the track isn't super hard. So I want to fix that, and I think I've done so far. Like this isn't easy. This is a little bit harder now. And I plan on like still keeping the difficulty up for the rest of the layout. Another thing was like simple skip, make it a Starboard gimmick, right? And I've done that. I also want to do a launcher instead of like sacrificing the first few corners of the lap, like first like 15 seconds of the lap. So sacrificing that, I want to make a launcher to handle race starts, and I'll deal with that later. So like it was mainly coming from a place of I want to improve the track. So that being said, is that what I want? Like, I don't really care. Like, I kind of want to make I kind of want to prioritize making the track good over identity, but like, also like this whole project started because I wanted to like fix the track, right? If I wanted to make a new track that was good, I could just start from scratch. But although to be fair, then I guess I'd have to like do whole new decoration. So I guess if I basically just like if I just removed this entire track, but kept the decoration, and then like made a new track within the decoration, and called it Water Tribe 2, even though like if I just like plopped 218 layout into here and called it Water Tribe 2, it'd be like, bro, that's just not Water Tribe 2. It's like, this is 2AG2, like this is 290, like bro, like so like if I choose the track enough, they're gonna be like, bro, this isn't even like Water Tribe, you're just being lazy. Like, but then like went into this playlist or these videos and be like, yeah, no, it came from a point of like I want to improve the track. Honestly, how it is right now, they still might be like, bro, this is like, no. Like as long it actually might just be the Starboard gimmick. Well, I don't know. Like if I remove the Starboard, it's still simple skip, right? And you still have this like straightaway that looks like this. I'd probably want to keep this straightaway, right? And like you still have like these drops at the start, you still have like going to the temple, right? So like it is I think even without the Starboard gimmick, I think it still feel like the Water Tribe 2. Okay. Well, in that case, like we really don't need the Starboard gimmick. Like, I also don't expect people to use it much. I don't really see it be used in case, like, this was going to, like, this doesn't work. And even then, honestly, like, if this doesn't work, I don't even know if they'd use it. Like, they might just still not use it. They might just keep doing maps repeatedly and not, I don't know, man. Like, these people are, like, crazy. I don't know. So, I don't know. Like, it's, Huh. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this isn't even that hard of a section, and like part of the like thing I want to do with the track is like I want to make it harder overall. Like, I mean, at the very least, I wanted to fix like, the first few corners of the track that was like there just for restarts, and then like ended up being like super easy and like sucking up lap time, right? But I could also like make this more difficult. Hmm. Hmm. Now, the ultimate thing would be keep the cyberwall gimmick functionality, or make it better. Like, okay, I like the absolute best outcome would be. Okay, well, the absolute best outcome would be improve cyberwall gimmick functionality. Instead of 1.5 or 2, make it 2.5. Right, like that number I was talking about earlier. Or, I mean, at the very least, just make it function. Like, allow it to function. I don't know if it functions right. I think it functions. Like, I trust myself enough back then to, like, have tested it with someone else and, like, make sure that it works. Not numerically, but also practically. Like, done practical tests with, like, Crafties or whoever. I think I did that. But otherwise, want to make sure that, or, like, otherwise, you know, try to not change as much as possible, right? Or, you know, make it still feel like normal water tribe, but also make it more difficult. And, like, that would be the best, right? Now, if we remove this section and replace it with something else, like this corner and this corner, and replace it with something else, that would be fine. AKA, make it feel like normal water tribe too. Like, it doesn't have to, like, we can remove these corners, like, that's not the highest priority, right? Like, making it feel like it. I think what I want to prioritize first is difficulty, and then the existence and functionality of the cyberwall gimmick, and then the third priority would be making it feel like normal water tribe too, and like are still like normal water tribe. How long have I been going for? I haven't done like shit. It's been an hour 20. Sorry, if you can tell, I'm really slow at building. Okay. I'm so fucking slow. It's crazy. Like, I mean, also, like, if I can, like, there is another priority, right? It's how easy it is to actually implement all this. If it takes me 300 hours to, like, find a solution and, like, test it enough for it to work, then, like, is that even worth it? Like, versus if I just instead strap cyberwall gimmick, spend 2 hours on a layout that uses a boat tap instead, and, like, you still have, like, because, like, you know, the reason why you want a cyberwall gimmick are two things. One, as a backup for in case this doesn't work. Two, like the temple skip area doesn't work. Two, to keep the identity. If I sacrifice the identity and just like I can still use a boat tap to fulfill that first reason, right, of like having a backup for this, then that might be good enough, right? And like if that only takes me 2 hours to do compared to 300 hours or 3,000 hours to implement a solution that keeps cyborg gimmick, right? And like that's like, I don't know, I feel like that at some point 2 billion hours, like obviously it's not worth it. Like I'd fucking die like well before then. Like no shit. So like it's, yeah. We also have a time limit. Like we need to have this done before the summit too. Before race 6. Honestly, I'm kind of leaning more towards just like add a bow tap, which is so sad, but like it's the easiest way, because then we don't have to deal with reset region stuff. We don't have to deal with like redoing all of this, because like we need to make this 0.5 faster and test it, and then if it's not enough, then we have to adjust it, and then if we adjust it, we have to increase entry speed or increase the length of this, which means we have to like move this back and extend this, and then we have to deal with this, and then how does that affect the Bronze Legacy, and then like or we just scrap all of this, add a fucking easy ass boat tap, like take an hour to do that, and then just like spend the rest of the lap time on just like slap one like right here or something, I don't know. That shouldn't be too hard. And then like, you know, keep this so that you can keep the same entry speed here. And then, oh actually hold on. Do you even have the same speed here? Like, is what, like 53? 54 from TT? It should probably be about the same, right? It really should. Yeah, I guess it's about the same. 54, yeah, 53, 54. Okay, cool. I didn't think about that. Like, yeah. Anyways, yeah, so throw a bow tap here, and then spend like the rest of the lap time, like having all the space in the world to do whatever I want. Because right now, I kind of am constrained to like meet up right here, and do it in a way where like, yeah, I also have to like buff this and like, yeah. I can give it a shot, I guess. I mean, first things first, we should probably figure out if half a second improvement is even enough, right? So what would I do? Add a wall tap, yeah. Just add like a wall tap right here and just like balance it. That's something I could do. I can just like, so what I could do is I could re-lab this section, like, set up a TT, drive both routes, double check the numbers I showed you earlier. Those are, yeah, hold on, let me double check these numbers, right? And then, you know, if they're not good enough, or if I don't think they're good enough, then I can adjust it, you know, like add the wall tap here, and then, you know, so on. And then I can test it in single player with motion capture, see if it actually functions, right? And if it does function, then we can go from there, right? Like, because if it doesn't function, if I make this half second faster than it is right now, then that means you need to extend the entry speed or expand the entry speed or something, and that will affect this. And that's what I really don't want to do. That sounds terrible. I really don't want to do that. Shut up. But if it works, then we can continue to think about it, I guess. I don't know. Like, or we could just right here, right now, say no more Starboy gimmick. Because, like, the thing is, you could make the argument of the Starboy gimmick just relocated from here to here now. Like that. You can just make that argument, right? That would be fine. Oh, so wait, does zoom actually do anything here? Oh, it does. That's crazy. Huh. Oh, wow. Okay. Anyways. Yeah, so, like, Okay. Anyways. So the hard part is we just don't have much space. So getting rid of this hard would get rid of like, oh, we need to enter right here. Like we could also adjust it. We could like push it more this way or something, or push it more this way, or push it more this way, or whatever. Like that could be done. Or we can adjust like the wall taps here and make it faster or whatever. And, or whatever. We could adjust, right? But like, there's only so much we can do. So I don't know. Hmm. Right. Hmm. I don't know. Okay. Hmm. 46 seconds. Four, rather, maybe, probably. Mm. Hmm. 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 I mean, if you keep double gimmick, honestly, I'm probably gonna want to like change this section because it's really not that hard. I feel like, I mean, my opinion is that like the most important parts of track identity are like the overtaking mechanics and like, I mean, also like, you know, road width or, you know, decoration and stuff like that. But like, I feel like, you know, it would preserve this track identity more if it had a sideboard gimmick than if we kept these corners specifically. Like, if we took out this route, right, and just kept this, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure it'd feel very similar, right? Because, like, you know, most people aren't taking this route most steps anyway. Like, the main line is this way, right? So it'd feel similar in that regard. But, like, when I view the track, I do feel more like, you know, if you move this sideboard gimmick, I mean, like, it'll be similar, right? But, like, it'll just not have the option. I'm changing my mind. Like, I'm convincing myself the other way. I'm convincing myself that keeping these corners will actually like make it feel more like normal water tribe. But like, I also don't think I care that much about that. So I mean, I care much more about keeping the sideboard gimmick than keeping these corners. Even though like, I don't know. I probably would want to keep this ending, like this right here though, because then that affects like how much interest speed you have, and then like, of course that affects like this. So I'd like to keep this. We can like go wide into like chicane or something, or just chicane like here, or you know, etc. We also could just do chicane like, if we do like diagonal, like we could just like do a chicane. Like one like right here or something. Ooh, yeah, actually. Ooh. Something like this or something, I don't know. And like you have to like go around it and like, you know, etc. And then, like you can still like take a very similar line, right? We can even do something right here. I don't know if I want to, but we could. Like we can just have like an apex here. Like, so you like have to like thread the needle or something. Like I mean like, yeah, I mean it's uphill too. Ooh, yeah, okay. Well I mean like, yeah, you got the idea. Like you could like move it like more over here, I guess. Depends on how difficult you want and stuff like that. Of course you have to prevent the block stopping here or whatever, but like, yeah. I've been pinged. Oh, okay, hold on. Time to send an announcement. Alright, I sent the announcement. Big. Yeah, alright. Anyways. Let's see here. What was I doing? Oh, right, this. Yeah. That was an option, right? I'm kind of over it. I'm kind of over it. We could just fucking do a bow tap and just call it good. Like, whatever, man. I guess. Like, the thing is, I don't think anyone's gonna complain if the server gets removed. Well, I can, like, okay, well, like, that's one thing, but, like, the main thing I should be concerned about is if I'm gonna complain, if I'm gonna feel bad about it. Will I feel bad about it? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, I don't get that feeling right now. So, I mean, probably not. The fact I'm considering it is like, I mean, okay, well, you can consider an option, but still not like it, right? The fact I'm saying pretty mature if we can do that. Alright, I'm just complimenting myself now. Okay, that's crazy. But like, I don't know. Man, I'm sorry if any of the people watching this, any of the 0 people watching this video, just like, or like watching any of my recordings, just like it sound like people cracking their knuckles, cause like I do it all the time, without warning too. Oh my god, 99 reset. Wait, how I reset 99 times on here? That's insane. What the heck? What was I even doing? Oh, right, I was doing that. Right. Anyways, so... God damn it. I'm in that state of mind where I don't want to work on things right now. Could just mess around. I do really like the idea of like bump control route going through here. I am concerned about entry speed though. And blind corner. Well, I don't know what I'm gonna do here. I might just like throw the boat tap here and just call it good, I don't know. Probably like, I'd honestly maybe want to like do a chicane into the boat tap. But of course leave enough space so that it can like still hit the boat tap, right? Like a chicane on the straightaway leading up to a boat tap. Doesn't have to be like right before the boat, like 20 blocks away from the boat tap. It can be like 80 or something, right? Or however far. Enough time to space, like enough to give you time to do it. That being said, like, we could just like, you know, we could just like do like a Midgar remake section here, and it's like, what? How? Why did I do that? Just like go like this or something, like add like a chicane or something here, I don't know, and then like have the boat tap be like right here, and then call it good. That is something we could do, right? Or you through the boat tap wherever. You also could go inside the wall. Like, you don't have to like be limited to this, right? I don't know. How much space is this? Quite a lot of space, actually. Are we good to remove Starbolt gimmick? Honestly, I kind of think so. Like, it helps that there's a Starbolt gimmick being, like, the boat tap, or the temple skip is now a Starbolt gimmick. That helps, right? It has a double skip and it has a several gimmick. You can still say that, and it's still true. It's just double skip is a several gimmick now. Or blocking route, or whatever you want to call it. Ooh. We could do essentially start Memento, Mega Remake last section with like, you know, the bump control, like if you hit a wall you like fall down, right? But we could like have it be like cannonballs, like firing cannonballs from the ships. And just like have like a giant like just basically one giant jump. And like you have to like dodge cannonballs while in the air. And if you don't do it well enough, like you don't reach the end of the jump. That actually could just work. Wait, hold on. That might just be cooking. Hold on. What? Bless you. That could work in so many ways. Alright, you know what? Let's just do it. I think, alright. Alright, after how long? An hour 50. I think I have made my decision. What we're going to do is kill several gimmick. Gasp! It's 07. It's fine. The soul of the cerebral gimmick got snatched up by the temple skip and it's taking it in as its foster parent. It's fine. It's fine. The cerebral gimmick is still here, guys. It's still here. There's still a cerebral gimmick in the Noir tribe. There is no cerebral gimmick in... Wait, fuck. What was it called again? There is no cerebral gimmick in Bossing Say. But there is another Noir tribe. Woo! There is no war in Bossing. Yeah. Honestly, might not even like keep this. Might just like have them rejoin here. And then maybe like some kind of boat, probably some kind of boat app like here as a backup in case like this section doesn't work because the double skip section doesn't work. What is going on here? Oh, it's just a doorway, I see. Okay, well, sure. I'm unsure of how much space it's going to take up. I'd rather not go into the wall, but like if we need to, we can. Also, I guess it kind of wouldn't make sense to have the cannonballs like... Yeah, frick. It wouldn't make sense for that. I mean, like, you can shoot them like this way, I guess. Yeah, it's okay. Now, it might be a bit confusing, so maybe you don't have to like do like a giant jump. Like, I don't know. I think the concept is there, right? It'd be cool if they had a wall tap off of a freaking thing. That'd be cool. I've been pinged in Summit. Okay, I think that was just confused or something, I don't know. Okay, so... Okay, so... How about we start building? I should probably start a new recording, honestly. Boy! Okay. 07... 07 several gimmick. We also don't need this curtain anymore, right? And like, we'll probably just like do like packed ice instead. Cause like, if we made this all blue ice, then that would affect how much you can like, move over to the side. You can also do some S's maybe like right here. Or chicanes still. But I think everything after like right here should probably stay the same. We can do S's and chicanes as long as it doesn't affect your entry speed too much. I don't know. Yeah, that can be done there. I'm not gonna forget that. That's, yeah, whatever. Yeah, we don't have to have the curtain though. Yay! Alright, it's time to mess around. I'm gonna stop recording here. Yay! Alright, bye. Bye. See you in the next one. Bye.